Hello and welcome. This is Dirnan playing Minecraft on the Hitbocraft server. The last couple of episodes, we've been working on some large projects, and I want to continue that trend of also building in this direction. So I picked out a spot, and I've picked out what I would like to build next. And I've put a chest in this direction, continuing along. There's the chest. This is the area that we'll be building a mob farm. And I've got an idea and got a plan set up using magma blocks to kill stuff that falls from a height. It's not super efficient because it's not down at spawn or down at 0 Y level, but it is going to be visible from up here, so people should be able to stop by and use it as they need to. And if someone were to AFK at it, it should also load in the iron farm, which is right there. So that is my idea of why I'd want to put it here. Let's head back over to the spawn area map, and I'll show you kind of what I'm planning. This is the giant map that's here at spawn. The green dot, that's where we're at. The farms here, and the sheep farm is this line here. Villager trading hall is this brown thing, and this blue deal is the iron farm, because from above there's nothing on it from above. So right about here-ish with that water is where the mob farm will go. One of the things I am planning is to create a road that continues on from here and continues following these white dots. I've been clearing out trees in anticipation of I'm going to slowly be moving myself to this general area down here. This water here is sort of a river that sort of encompasses a plains biome, and it has a little bit of a high point on this side, and that is where I plan on moving most of where I'll be playing and build a city down that way. So it's still within walking distance of spawn if I need to come back here. Been working in this area, building up villagers and getting honeybees, other stuff, getting things situated. Other people are starting to build games and adventure stuff over here. So I think it's time for me to move slightly away from other people so I can build something large and not worry about running into people, because there's a person here. I think there's a person with a little hut town thing there. There's someone down here. So people are starting to settle in around spawn, which is exciting. So this episode, though, we're going to be working on mob farm. Let's head back there. When I am saying mobs, what I'm referring to are the bad guys in Minecraft. So I want a way to get things that they drop automatically without having to hunt them down at night when they spawn, because they spawn in the dark. Anything at light level 7 or below, they're gonna spawn. So when it's daylight out and the sun's out, all these blocks are lit up and nothing is going to spawn here. There's also rules in Minecraft about distance from players. So in your general area within a certain amount of blocks, stuff isn't going to spawn. Now, people usually aren't just standing still, but moving around, and so that sphere is moving around with them. But outside of that, things can spawn in the dark. And there's also rules about after a certain distance, mobs don't move. It helps keep Minecraft lag free so that things thousands of blocks away aren't going to move around and be loaded in. Not until you go over there that stuff gets loaded in. So as I've been cutting down trees on this long path, as I get closer to the end of it, there's still a bunch of leaves that haven't despawned yet, because even though it was days ago in Minecraft that I cut that tree down, I haven't been over there to load that area. So, mob farm. one of the ways to kill them is by dropping them, but some mobs spawn with boots on them that have feather falling, or different aspects that allow them to not take as much damage when they fall. So magma blocks at the bottom would mean that they land on those and then they start taking damage from the magma blocks, and then we can pick up their drops from a hopper. So I'm looking to get zombie flesh, or rotten flesh from zombies, bones from skeletons. Gunpowder is a big one. This gunpowder, I don't think anybody else has a gunpowder farm yet that come from creepers. And I'm hoping to eliminate string and spiders because of the way that I'm going to build it, so that spiders don't spawn, because they like to climb walls and not fall down pits. So I'm going to get the bottom set up, and I'll show you what I've laid out for that, so that then I can build up from there to where the spawning platform will be, so that I can get it started right away and not have to worry about stuff falling on me as I'm building. Quick little setup here of powered rails, just as a loop, so that I'll have a hopper minecart that'll just run this loop. It'll bounce off that wall, come back around. It's picking up stuff that's on top of the magma blocks, and then it'll come up and it'll just run over these two hoppers and then bounce back and go back in. So it'll deposit its stuff. It's not going to be so efficient that it's just going to overwhelm the system, and then it'll just keep running and doing that. And it'll just deposit its stuff into this chest. Yeah, so this is the bottom, and then I'm going to go up. I don't know if I'll go up super high, but I can go up so that if you're standing here at the bottom, stuff's just going to rain down because it's outside of that sphere, that nothing will spawn around you, but that people can, mobs can still move around while up there. So let's build a little bit up, and I'll bring you back. And I have a large tower now, with a little bit hanging off the edge, and I put the minecart in to start doing its thing. Stone brick, and I've decided to leave a little window open so you can see as stuff falls, stuff is stuck or something. It needs to be maintained, and you can see if there's items hanging out there that need to be somehow collected or destroyed, which tells you that the minecart has stopped, so you can go in and do maintenance on that. I need to grab more materials now that I have a tube of stone brick that goes up. I've put down some torches around here because I know that I'm going to overhang like that side on all the sides and make a square up there that then will house where the mobs spawn. Let's continue building. I am up here at the top. I've filled in the platform and left my scaffolding block there. Now I'm going to test that the water works. That open and make sure I measured correctly. Yes, so the water will go up to this and push people off the edge. Yeah, so my plan is to have water up here pushing mobs that fall down off of platforms. I'll probably have 2, maybe 3 levels of platforms, and the platforms will be here, and you can put slabs on them in a certain pattern, and that tricks spiders from spawning. And if I make it too tall, that'll stop endermen from spawning. So I'm gonna go get some more water, and then I'll be able to create an infinite water source up here, and I'll be able to get water in. So let me go do that real quick. Here is one of the platform layers, and put trapdoors around the side because mobs think that that's a full block, but when it's closed they fall through it, or fall over it. That's why there are trapdoors here. Not really sure why I put them there, just, I don't know why they're there. And then these F slabs stop spiders from spawning, I hope. Might have to do something here, because I think they can spawn here on the edge. So I might remove this edge and this edge in order to keep them from spawning. Shouldn't be a problem. And then I'll build up another couple layers of this, and I'm not going to use dispensers like I did last season that push the mobs to the center. I didn't want to have to do any redstone for this. So I'm just trusting that mobs will be walking around up here. They'll be like, oh, I can walk over here, and they'll just fall off. And they'll fall off this side, and the water will push them to the middle. That's the plan anyway. So let me clean this up and build another layer or two, and then once we get the next layer on, which should be at this height, this first level should be dark enough that stuff should spawn maybe in the middle before I have to put the outside walls on. Alright, I got some cleanup to do, and I'll bring it back. Now it is complete. Well, it's complete in that it's running, but like in the previous two projects, I'm gonna fancy it up a little bit. I'm gonna put blocks coming down from the corners and maybe add something or add another layer of blocks to the bottom so the water doesn't drip down and it looks kind of funny. But the mob farm is up and running. Doesn't give as high of rates as I thought it would. In terms of standing here, it doesn't really do much. But then again, there's 4 other people online right now, and they're probably loading in mobs. And I haven't lit up anything below here in caves, so it could be that all the mobs are taken up in that regard. But step 1 of mob farm, done. It works. I've stood here and seen stuff fall down, so I know it works. Alright, on to the beautification, I guess we'll call it, of this area. Now it looks much more like a giant water tower, as I added some of those decorative blocks lining the outside a little bit, and then 4 pillars on the side. As I've been working on it, I need to stand a little bit farther away. Stuff will fall down in there. Let's see if anything will fall right now. Right now. No. Alright, well, I know stuff has been falling because there's stuff in that chest. And when I was pillaring up there, I definitely was hearing things moving around in there. That's encouraging. So, I think that'll be it for this episode. I'm gonna go update the map, and I'll meet you over there. Checking out the map. Nice gray box on the screen lets me know that that is where the mob farm is. So the white dots again is the road that I'm going to build. These ones that head off this direction were my first attempt at heading out there, and then I got up to here, and this is the big just stone stream hills that I could look down into where I wanted to be. So then I kind of meandered down there. So I might make another road there, and so that's kind of why I put the mob farm in the crux of where those 2 roads would come together. But we shall see. But that is it for me this episode. Thanks for watching. This has been Dirnan, playing Minecraft.